Hi everyone, it's Casey Martin from Wine Country Woodworks and Wine Country Mica Powder, and this is going to be a fun video of turning this multi-dye stabilized black ash burl block into a stopper. You'll see at the very end, I'm a little bit torn between if I want it to be a bottle stopper or a bottle opener. I also might end up ordering a different type of project kit to make it some other type of utensil, like an ice cream scoop or something like that. And I think it'll make a lot more sense as we get through the turning portion. And you see the shape I go with. I was looking online and trying to figure out a good shape to make this stopper for the longer format. I've never turned a longer format bottle stopper, but this was a blank I had lying around. It was kind of an awkward shape to try to sell to somebody. I figured it would be perfect for a handle, but since I just turned two handles in the last video just a week ago, I wanted to do something different, and like I said, sure enough, it does look a little bit more like a handle towards the end, which we'll ultimately see. But nonetheless, I am really excited to be back making turning videos. You can see in this clip I've got my GoPro set up and got all of my different camera angles. Still kind of working out on one of my cameras, which is actually my iPhone, that I need to figure out some of the stabilization for it, because in the particular shop that I'm turning, I'm a lot closer to my dust collector, and that causes the floor to vibrate. But anyway, I am really stoked about how this wood looks. One of the things that can happen, and if anybody's watched any of my how to dye stabilize videos, which you should definitely check out if you have not, a problem you can run into is the dye color not penetrating all the way through the wood. And so one of the tips I recommend, and I do myself, is to sand off some of the sides, not only to open up some of the pores and let more dye in as you do other colors, but it'll also give you some insight into how well the dye is penetrating. But still, no matter what, it's not 100% perfect and perfect indicator. So once I started turning into this a decent amount and I saw that the color was still showing, I was really happy. And you can see right here is when I start to shape the block a little bit, and I just wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted to do. I didn't want to do a bunch of really thin ridges or anything like that, because I also thought something so long might look a little bit odd. And so I figured just to kind of maybe make a shallow spot in the middle. That way, if I ever do want to have this switched out with a type of utensil like handle, I can do that. So I really wanted to take a second and let you all know, anybody who's interested in buying any blanks, I currently have a 20% sale going on my Etsy as well as my website. So all of my pen blanks, all of my blocks that are like this one but larger sizes, those are all 20% off. So definitely go take advantage of that while that lasts. It'll probably be up for a couple more weeks. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is, please give me some suggestions for things to turn. I also asked my wife, I said, hey, what are some like kitchen utensils that we could use, you know? So I'm not sure what I'm gonna make next, but I am definitely bit by the turning bug again, and just really excited to have all of my turning tools and start making things. And I plan on doing some kind of two-part videos again, where we're doing a turning video paired with a casting video. So of course the casting video would come first, and then we would turn or facilitate whatever that blank or whatever it may be into a turned item or an actual project item. So you can see I'm just going through the buffing system right now. This is in my opinion, I'm sure I've mentioned it countless times by now, but is one of the best ways to finish smaller turned items. It's just so easy. You don't need to apply anything other than just loading up the wheels, and you can get a super consistent, awesome finish every single time. So I'm just loading up the carnauba wax. I ran out of all of the compound and ordered some more, so was finally able after 3 years to load up these wheels again. So anyway, let me know what you all think about this particular look. Here it is right after all of the buffing, and that particular crack is apparently called a freeze crack, or there's potentially a more accurate name for it, but it'll happen when the wood freezes, and I thought it was kind of cool. You know, that's not very common in California woods, and it comes from the Midwest. So here it is being used in a sparkling cider bottle. And you can see it's a little long. I don't know. I mean, some people like that style. I'm a little 50-50 on it. So I also wanted to show here's it if it was actually kind of as a handle. And I think that's probably what we're going to end up going with. But let me know what you all think. Any suggestions for future videos and other projects to work on. Would love to hear them. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.